I was born in a family of three, two sisters, and I was the only boy. I was the last born, the baby of the house. My father was an expatriate in Zambia, and the father to my mother was equally an expatriate. They came from Britain, they came without wives, and they found wives in Africa. My family was a religious family. We went to church like any other family. And I used to like reading. My father was a detective and used to buy a lot of detective books. And I used to read a lot of detective books. As I was growing, my sister got married to a freedom fighter under MK Umkhonto we Sizwe, that's ANC of South Africa. And also my brother-in-law used to have a lot of books, and these books were communist books, Marxist books, because me, as long it was a book, I wanted to read. I had an interest of reading books. In the process of reading these books, I came to be so convinced that there was no God through the Marxist books. In 1969, I declared there's no God. And from 1969 up to 1977, I lived a life that had no meaning. I endowed myself in many things. I endowed myself in alcohol to find satisfaction. I endowed myself in smoking to find satisfaction, which I never found. I endowed myself in drugs till I graduated to become a mainliner drug addict. As time went on, I joined the army. And when I joined the army, I was actually transferred from different departments and trained in different specialties. And finally, I found myself working under SDU, which is Special Defense Unit, which was actually giving the logistic to freedom fighters. I was called back by my mother unit. And when I was taking my mother unit, I went to a certain place called Feira, an operation area, which was bordering Zimbabwe and Mozambique. During that time, there was a battle which we fought, which started before 5 o'clock in the morning. That battle lasted up to after 1 p.m. During that battle, around 11 hours, because we had already pinned down the enemy, we had defeated the enemy, it was a platoon facing a battalion. They called for the reinforcement, air power. And the planes came and started bombarding our territory. Whilst we were actually fighting, I moved to actual rescue an armor dump, which we knew that if they bomb, if the spotter plane could be able to locate our armor dump, they bomb our armor dump, will be out of commission. After saving the armor dump, I went back to the bunker where I was, because we were digging the tunnel trenches. The jets kept coming to the area where we were, spitting their fire and bombing the place terribly. Just few meters from where I was, there was an anti-aircraft gun in a better position to pick the jets. To my surprise, the anti-aircraft gun was completely dead. It was not firing. And whilst we were fighting, I clenched my fist towards heaven and I called upon God. I said, God, if you are there as these stupid Christians say you are, of which I don't believe you are, save us from this trench. It will take a miracle. And I believe it will not happen because all of us, we shall be dead. And I laughed. And suddenly, the jets could come spitting their fire, but when they come to drop the bomb, and suddenly I could hear the bomb exploding very far from us. After the battle, I went to ask this guy with an aircraft gun and said, why were you not shooting at the jets? He says, when I wanted to shoot, when one bullet came out, the firing pin got broken. I tried to move the working parts. The working parts were jammed. Till after the battle, that's when I was able to move. But something unique was happening. I couldn't understand it. When the jets are flying over where you were, suddenly, and drop the napalm bomb, the bomb could be coming down suddenly in the air, in the mid-air, defying the law of gravity as if an invisible hand has held it. It would go 90 degrees angle and go about 45 meters and drop somewhere else. What do you have? He asked me, what do you have? I say, I have nothing. What I know, I pray to this God of the Christian with a clenched fist, and I said, if you save me, I will save you from this trench. I went back to talk to my medical friend, a doctor. I says, doctor friend, this is what I experienced. And he says, this is God has answered your prayer. And from a tract, he produced a tract from his combat jacket and shared what was there and led me to pray with him. And I prayed with him. And in the evening, we were taken to the border to actually man the border. Because we are fewer and we could not be 5 meters apart, we are 50 meters apart. At night, I saw a dark figure coming floating towards me. And it said, William, you are very stupid. You have always believed there is no God. You are a Marxist. How come today you confess that there is God? I said, yes, I have always believed there is no God. But who are you? That dark figure disappeared. The following day, I went to talk to the doctor. I said, last night I had this experience. And this doctor says, you are a trophy for the devil. And the devil has lost a trophy. He was coming for his trophy. And please don't tell the psychiatric doctor, because they might commit you to a psychiatric hospital thinking you are going insane. And that Christian doctor kept on counseling me. And from that trench, I committed myself to fulfill the promise I made, that from that trench, I'll serve God. I've been serving God since 1977. On a full-time basis since 1980. And just this week, on Monday, I had an opportunity to come across in Vic Falls, where there was a seminar by Faith Walk Ministries International, which is a great commission summit. And when I came, I said, this is linking up with what God originally called me to do, which I committed myself to do on that trench. And please, I am praying for Faith Walk Ministries. They are doing a tremendous work. They don't know how many people like me who are out there, whom God has called, whom they are equipping to fulfill that mission and do it in a better way. Thank you to all those that are supporting the Faith Walk Ministries, because Faith Walk Ministries will be able to reach people like me and do the great work in fulfilling the Great Commission.